Hello, I am Jody Wolf, and you're watching EXPOZ. Today, January, wow, where'd I get that from? March 16, 2011, and it's 1:02 a.m. Um, it's really easy to give a vision or a dream after the fact. And I am speaking specifically of Japan and the horrible tragedy that happened there. And I came back later. I think I mentioned in a blog that I really thought, and I still believe, that the death toll is going to exceed 30,000 or 20,000, but I believe it's going to exceed 30,000 and maybe even up. But you know what? I hate to say this, but on March the 7th, I did a blog, and it was discussing strange things that happened to me. But inside of that blog, I mentioned my daughter's vision, or rather a dream, not a vision. And I briefly hit over it, but I did say this. I said she saw Asians patrolling a beach where something horrible had happened and there was a lot of dead people. My daughter is advanced life support unit paramedic here in Birmingham, and so she's really good at what she does. And for the most part, if she's taking a call, it's usually a bad one. And but she was dreaming and having these visions of some horrible thing happening, but everything that she saw but one, she said it was here. And she specifically in that dream said Mobile two different times. She said, I believe it was Mobile. She didn't say it was. She said, but I believe it was. And then she said it looked a lot like Mobile. So the way I put it down was she said Mobile. But what was odd about it is she also said, but it's strange because there was Asians there. The Asians were patrolling the streets and the beaches. And she said something horrible happened because it was part of my job to go around where they told me and pick up people. And she said, Dad, I really hate to say this, but for the most part, if they weren't dead, they were dying. And these are the people that I was picking up. But if you go back to my March the 7th blog, you'll hear me talk about some things, and then you'll hear me just kind of throw this one in there. And I didn't get into it because I meant to on the next, but I totally forgot about it. But I did come back and dated March the 12th, but it was like at 1:53 a.m., meaning it's not even 2 hours after midnight. So when I started doing it, and I erased it a number of times, but because I kept messing up or I kept getting sidetracked, but I started doing it, like at 10 p.m. and I finally settled on one at 1:53 a.m. and posted it. And I once again said that she saw Asians, and she said they were patrolling our beaches in Mobile. She said it looked like Mobile, but I'm the one that threw Mobile in there. And it was 2 hours after this 1:53 posting or I say 2 hours, it was 3 a.m. that strangely I was still awake. Like every night, I'm still awake at 3 a.m. But anyway, and it's really odd that I look up and turn on the TV, but I do. And the reason I do, I turn on the TV and I turn these lights out so that I will have enough light to get in bed. I don't want to stumble over things. So when I turn on the TV to have the TV light, I'm looking at earthquake in Japan. And then I kind of looked back at my computer. I said, oh my gosh, this is the one that I did on March the 7th. So my daughter had this vision 15 months ago, and I did it. I did 2 blogs on it. It's on another computer, but I never posted them. I didn't post them until one of them on March the 7th, and then another shortly thereafter. But anyway, just wanted to tell you that she saw this. She just had the location wrong. But she said it was Asian. She said there was a lot of dead people. And she said they were patrolling the beaches in boats and driving up and down the streets. And so I just wanted to throw that in. But I want to reemphasize another thing that I heard, and I heard it again. And this man has specifically mentioned the center of our country, which is on the Mississippi River around the New Madrid Fault. He specifically said that he expected an earthquake right there. And if indeed it does happen where he said, and if it's anywhere near the Japan earthquake, this country was to be split from north to south. Then, my friend, we will be in trouble. That's when every store shelf will be emptied out within 3 days. That's when all gasoline is going to run out within 72 hours. This is for most of the east. Everything east of the Mississippi River is going to be a horrible situation. Everything west of the Mississippi River is going to be much better off. Anyway, I wanted to throw that in about those 2 blogs that my daughter had mentioned, and of Asians patrolling the beaches after a horrible disaster. And to go back, I did this, like I said, almost 14 or 15 months ago, but it's on another computer, and I never did download them because it took way too long to download them. It took like 30 or 40 minutes. So I just stopped doing it on them, and I have like 40 blogs there, or maybe 50 that I could download. But I've been doing them with this laptop. But what we can do is really keep Japan in our prayers. Really keep them in our prayers. And because they need it. Only 2% of the Japanese people are Christian. And I hope and pray that after this, that maybe 22% of them will be. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.